Welcome back to Stream It. It's Oscar season. We're slipping this in right at the very end.
Last minute.
Watch it quick or it's going to be out of date.
Yeah, this will be out of date in 3 days.
No.
But yeah, so we're going to talk about our Oscar predictions for the 5 main categories, which we did last year too. That was fun. And yeah, then we'll have a looking ahead. And first, I want to start with our personal Oscar lineup of best movie, best actor, best actress, best supporting for actress and actor. And the one rule was it can't be like
Oscar
something
that's nominated.
in that category.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like you can't say best movie is something that's already nominated for best movie.
Right.
Just anything you saw in the past year from 2023. You could take it as seriously or as unseriously as you wanted. I'm curious to see which direction you guys went in, because I definitely went in a direction.
I would say I have a direction as well.
Yeah. Yeah, does anyone want to kick us off? We can just go down the line of the sheet, so start with best movie.
Best movie, I think that's an easy one. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Seth Rogen and Friends.
Yeah.
Amazing. I loved it. That's probably the movie of the year for me. Also, I've watched it like recently, even though it came out in
Right.
2023. But I've just seen it recently, so it's fresh in my mind. And I thought it was a great rendition of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They nailed the teenager aspect of the Turtles, which I feel like got it back to its roots, like when it was first created. Because like when Michael Bay did it in 2012, they were like huge, like muscular, crazy turtles that were less teenage and more like
They were really pretty scary.
superhero. Yeah. They were pretty intense.
Guys.
But yeah, they brought it back to the teenagers. The banter between them was on point.
Yeah.
And the whole like story, and I mean, we know the story pretty much, but like it was a good like rendition of it.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
It's definitely a good pick.
All right.
It's a good contender for best movie. We'll see.
Pretty obvious to my mind.
I was flipping through the list of movies that came out in 2023 just to refresh my mind, and this one just jumped out at me for best movie. Gotta hand it to Tetris. Came out in March of last year. We talked about it last year on the show. I had hopes for it. It was awesome. And just going through all the other movies that I happened to see last year, this one was number one.
Nice.
Of things that weren't nominated for best movie, but
Yeah.
very good.
Could be another Apple TV Oscar movie with
Yeah.
Coda, then
Right.
Tetris.
Right, there you go. Boom,
It makes
boom.
sense.
Yeah.
Apple TV doesn't miss.
They nominated the wrong Apple TV movie for Best Picture.
Yeah. My best movie is The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Very nice.
I saw it and it stuck with me for a really long time. I still think about it often. I have to watch it again. I think the main thing was it's really hard to make a sequel or a prequel, especially like so many years after the original movies, and to actually make it good, which this one was great in my opinion, and it like felt like its own thing while still staying true to the first Hunger Games, and I feel like that's just so hard to do. So for that achievement, I give it best movie.
Wow, very nice.
I'll stay right on brand here with Best Actor. Optimus Prime in Rise of the Beasts.
He's the actor.
Yeah, he's the actor.
Okay, cool.
Busy schedule, but they fit him in.
Yeah. I mean, they had to get him for this because
Yeah.
he is the leader of the Autobots. So
Right.
I was going to have Rise of the Beasts for Best Picture, but I don't know. I went with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a different take, and I don't know, fresher in my mind. But yeah, I think everyone saw this one coming with Optimus Prime as my best actor.
It's a good pick.
Critics have been talking about him
Right,
being
yeah,
one of the
he's
top
legendary.
contenders, Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some say he's typecast, but
As himself just all the time.
It's his niche.
right,
When you're good, you're
He's
good.
just- yeah.
Right.
exactly, it works.
When it's 2D animation, he's just the voice actor.
Right. Yeah.
I went with maybe bending the rules here. I don't know. You said couldn't have people that are already nominated for the category. So my pick for Best Actor is Bradley Cooper, who is nominated for Maestro, but he's not nominated for his role of Rocket Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So is that...
I'll allow it,
All right,
because that's
so-
a good choice.
Yeah, so it's Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon. I mean, just gut-wrenching
So good.
all the time.
I didn't see the new Guardians.
It's,
on my
man,
list.
they nailed it.
Yeah.
And Bradley Cooper,
Best performance of the movie.
best performance of the movie. Really.
Yeah. Like, unironically, he did so good.
He did so good. And right, that I didn't see Maestro. I'm sure he was good in it, but that was his best performance of the year.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, like, aging up technology is impressive, but he's literally a
Yeah,
raccoon.
he's
in
literally a
Guardians of
raccoon.
the Galaxy.
Yeah.
My best actor, I struggled with. I thought of someone from Guardians too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think of Bradley Cooper. That's a
Yeah.
good choice. And the only other movie that I kept seeing that I watched a lot of last year was No Hard Feelings. So I'm nominating Andrew
one.
Barth Feldman, who played
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
19-year-old boy in
I
that.
forgot about that. That's a great movie.
But I mean, he's really good at being what an awkward teenager is. So he sold
Yeah.
it. He did a great job. And also, I found out that a couple years ago, TikTok did a musical version of Ratatouille. It was during COVID. A lot of
Oh,
weird things
wow.
happened during COVID. And he played, what's the guy's
Linguini.
name? Linguini. And I was like, whoa, he really does look like him. So also
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
reason, he'd
Wow.
be the best actor.
Right.
Nice, nice.
Maybe we'll see him in a live action Ratatouille because I'm
Maybe.
sure that's coming one day.
Good pick. Good pick.
Best actress. This one's actually legit. Did you guys watch Rebel Moon?
No.
Oh, it was good. It was Zack Snydery,
Mm-hmm.
which is what you'd expect
Right.
from him directing it.
Went all the way in.
Very, dark and dramatic, and
Mm-hmm.
but she is the main character, this warrior that just crushes. So it's impressive, and she was really good in it. So her name is Sophia Botella, I think.
Ooh.
So
Cool.
check that out. That one's actually probably legit.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I kind of struggled a little bit to decide on my best actress, but I went with Haley Atwell as her character's name was just Grace when you looked it up on Google in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. She did a pretty good job. She fit the spy, she stood her own with Tom Cruise there and
Yeah.
fit kind of the crew of Mission Impossible. It's hard to bring someone new into a franchise and have them just slide right in, but she did a good job.
She was charming as the person who kind of has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Like how a person would really be if they were thrown
If
into.
if Tom Cruise was just by the way, come with me, I need to save your life.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah.
We're going on an impossible mission.
Right. Yeah.
Mine is also a serious answer. Florence Pugh was in a movie called A Good Person in the beginning of 2023. And it was a heavy, dramatic role. She plays someone dealing with the aftermath of being the reason why a car crash happened and kills her sister and brother-in-law. So it's the aftermath of her dealing with that, and she did such a good
right.
job.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
Those
Stand
Florence
out.
Pugh movies don't get past you. You're catching them all.
They don't. No matter how small, I will
She got a
find it.
cameo. Man.
It was in select theaters too.
Wow.
It wasn't on people's radar, but I was like,
I'll see that.
whoa.
Nice. Right. Best supporting actress? Bella Ramsey. What was she in? Does anybody know? Probably not. Chicken Run 2.
No kidding.
I thought I was going to say, TV shows don't count. You can't say Last of Us.
No.
Wow.
Chicken Run 2. So Chicken Run 1 was a 2001 movie.
Yeah. Love
Chicken
that
Run
one.
2 is on Netflix, a sequel. And there's a daughter to, I forget the main
main
character,
chicken.
hen's name.
Yeah.
But there's a daughter who
Huh.
is a part of this one. and they, there's a chicken factory in the whole,
Right.
yeah. They got to escape.
Trying to turn them into pies. Or
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
So, Electric, a rendition of this as well.
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah, she was great.
You always got to have someone that just comes out of left field in the categories. Really unexpected
Yeah,
nominations.
some thought she might have been a dark horse, but I have her as a front runner.
There you go.
Love an
People-
underdog. Dark horse.
Okay, yeah, that's my
Dark horse underdog. No, she played a chicken,
right.
not a horse.
Hen.
And
Oh,
Whatever.
God.
my best supporting actress. I mean, this woman, top of the top, Viola Davis, playing Dolores Jordan in Air.
Oh yeah.
She was only on screen for like 5 minutes, but killed it, of course.
So good.
And just like, yeah. And, credit to her because Michael Jordan was like, I'm only letting you make this movie if Viola Davis plays my mom.
That's fair, yeah.
So, like, she won Best Supporting Actress before the movie was even made.
It's true.
That's
And that was a great
so
movie.
true.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
And she was great in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She steals the show of like any movie she's in.
Yeah.
Right. And it was Matt Damon showing up. And then it was like,
Yeah.
oh.
And
There-
Ben Affleck.
And Ben Affleck. And it was like, but that's Viola Davis.
Yeah.
I don't care about those guys.
My best supporting actress is Michelle Rodriguez in Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh.
Oh,
She was like Chris Pine's buddy, like
Right,
the
right,
best
right.
friend throughout the
Her
whole
pal.
thing. Yeah. She's like the cool warrior.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know the Dungeons and Dragons term, but she was
Rogue or
great in
something.
that.
right.
That whole movie was just like a surprise. I really liked it.
I did
It was
too.
great.
My best supporting actor comes from the same movie, and
Oh.
Hugh Grant, the bad guy
Oh.
From Dungeons
from
and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. I thought it was going to be a surprise, but you already got the Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow. I gotta.
I forgot Hugh Grant was the villain. You're really pulling.
Yeah. I saw so many movies, so I had a lot to choose from, and that was definitely
That's a good
the
one.
top of the heap there.
Very nice.
I went back to Tetris for this pick.
Nice.
Best supporting actor is Nikita Evramov, who played Alexei Pajnitov, who was the Russian developer of Tetris, who then helped Taron Egerton get the rights or whatever. He was just like a fun guy throughout the whole movie, and he was just like, yeah, I live in Russia, life sucks, but he made Tetris.
I gotta see this movie.
You-
I feel bad that I
Best
haven't
movie
yet
of the year.
after all this hype.
It's been sitting
You've
right.
been hyping it for.
It's been sitting
over
right
a
there
year.
on Apple TV Plus this whole time.
I know. And it's in my list too, so I see it even
you
more
like,
often.
You have to scroll by it to get to the things you're actually
Yeah.
watching.
My best supporting actor is Adam Sandler as the father in You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah.
Oh
It
yeah.
was a Netflix movie starring
Go
his
figure.
own children.
Nice.
So, I mean, I like anything he does,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
I've
yeah.
established a few times.
It's
But this
classic.
movie was actually very funny, and his daughter played the main character. She did great. But he was just the perfect, like, father side character that was just, like, yelling from downstairs, like, in the background of a scene,
Right,
like, the
right.
funny lines. I think he's got a chance.
Yes. Yeah. I think so.
I guess we'll see what happens this Sunday
Right.
with all of these people.
So look out for these definite winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We should, like, vote on this pool of people now between the three
Oh,
of
yeah.
us and have
should.
winners
Yeah,
for
yeah,
next
yeah.
week with the real winners.
Right.
Right. We'll announce. We'll talk about the real winners, but then more importantly, we'll talk about our.
Yeah, we'll
winners.
end on like the big showstopper,
yeah.
which is ours.
Right.
And if
Oh, God.
Viola Davis wants to come down and collect her Stream It Oscar herself, she's more than happy to do so.
She's more than happy to do so.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll
she's,
allow
she's
it.
more than welcome.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
We'd
fine.
be more than
We'd
happy.
be very happy for her to do it. She's more than welcome, is what I should have said.
Because she's
She'd
waiting
be more
by the
than happy to
phone,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of these people are.
Oh yeah.
Optimus Prime,
They'd all be
He's-
more than happy to
he'll
come.
be here.
He's right there.
Oh God.
Okay, so moving on to the real Oscars.
Boo.
That's this Sunday. It's definitely less exciting than ours. But yeah, we have the same 5 main categories, and we can make our predictions, and we'll see who's right next week after the show.
So before we get into it, how many of these movies have y'all seen?
We're going off the
Best picture list?
Just
best
in-
picture list.
Oh, sure. I guess.
Because that's like the actual list. That's
Yeah, best picture list. I've just seen Barbie.
I got 4.
Wow.
I know. Impressive.
That is impressive.
I feel like you were the front runner last year too.
He
with
was.
maybe 3.
With like 2 or something.
we
I
even
think
all
it was
promised
literally
each
like
other
2 that
to
we
watch
watched.
as much as we could, and
For this
then
year.
We did not.
didn't.
Well, a lot of these like just got released and aren't out on streaming or anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in theaters,
That makes it harder.
and you have to rent for
sure.
like $20. And it's like,
Right.
I don't need to be that in the know. For
Right.
the Oscars.
Watch a trailer.
I'm already watching things for next year.
Yeah,
I can't be like I just saw Dune 2 in theaters. I'm not gonna go watch something.
yeah. It's
That,
not
you know.
fair to expect this much
Yeah,
of
yeah.
us.
But we're doing it.
Yeah, I've seen Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Nice.
So I mean, if you're trying to see 2 though from last year, it's those 2.
Right.
Oppenheimer.
All right. Well, that just gives us a
Yeah.
little context.
So, right. The context is all my opinions are going to be correct because
'Cause
I've seen the field.
Yeah, we're in no way qualified to be guessing on any of his performances.
But let's
I think that's
go.
what makes it more interesting.
Exactly.
Okay, actor in a leading role. It's Bradley Cooper in Maestro, Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer, Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction, and Coleman Domingo in Rustin.
Yeah, I tussled with this one for a while, but I'm going to go with Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer.
Definitely the favorite. He won the Globe for drama and the SAG Award.
Yes.
Which is really funny when it comes to the Oscars because all these people have already won all these awards and it's like, okay, yeah, you just
Yeah,
give it to the
it's
guy.
The writing is in the.
We've already
leaves.
determined that like this
tea
is the
leaves.
best. Just
Right.
give it to him. But maybe the Oscars are feeling funky and want to give it to someone unexpected.
Like?
And I'm thinking they get a little funky and give it to Paul Giamatti, who won. He did win the Golden Globe for actor in a comedy.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, you know, he's got enough of a base there, and I think he can do it.
Okay. See,
And it's Paul Giamatti. I mean,
Right.
come
Yeah.
on.
I would love for it to be Paul Giamatti. That would make me happy.
But you didn't
But
see the holdovers, so you
I
just don't know.
I didn't see it, so I'm just saying this based on like I think it would be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
For the same reason of like I thought it would be nice if Brendan Fraser won.
Yeah. Nice.
But I have to be a little bold here and say that it's probably going to be Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
I know that's a hot take.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay, actress in a leading role. Annette Bening in Naiad, Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Huller in Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan in Maestro, and Emma Stone in Poor Things.
You got-
I, based on, I think, I think it's going to be Emma Stone.
Okay.
Because I think she won the SAG Award. Or she won one of the Reason Awards.
She must have won the Globe for actress in a comedy.
Yeah, maybe that was it. But I think just from, I haven't seen Poor Things, but from what I've heard and seen in the trailers, she really like steps out of herself to take
Puts
on
herself
this
out
like
there.
really zany, unique character. And I think that that's usually something that the Oscars give a lot of
Yeah.
credit to.
Right.
Paul Giamatti was the end of my trying to be sneaky, because from here on out I'm going with the SAG and Globe winner, and that was Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
And if you saw the movie, you know why she killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah. But as in the 2 people next to me wouldn't have known that. So Lily Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm following the hype too with Emma Stone. I've heard
Nice.
of her, and I went with that.
I know Emma Stone. I'm also just glad that she's like, she kind of wasn't in a lot of movies for
Yeah.
a while, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that she's like coming back now.
Right.
So I want to give her a reason to keep.
And she
making
has-
movies. Let's give her an Oscar.
She's been in
She
a lot of
got-
good movies though.
Did she get
She
the one
has.
for La La Land?
I don't know if she won it, but she was nominated.
I thought that was the
know.
whole fiasco in the first place because the best movie people got handed the best actress award card, and it said like La La Land in big font, and then like Emma Stone in tiny font.
Could have been.
Well, yeah, she did because I remember there was a GIF of Ryan Gosling being really proud of her that was viral for a while.
Nice.
Nice. There you go. Thinking of Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, more
memes
about him later.
and gifts.
Okay.
It's why we remember that I'm Just Ken won the Globe because of the gif of him reacting to that winning the Globe and him being concerned about it.
Yeah, right.
He's a great meme.
He's always ready.
Okay, actor in a supporting role: Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction, Robert De Niro in Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling in Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things.
How about you?
I'll go first this time.
Why not?
Once again, Golden Globe, SAG, all around awesome dude. Happy to see him here. RDJ. Give it to him.
Robert De Niro.
Downey Jr.
Robert Downey
is
Jr.
the J in that.
Yeah, I wanted to do one of the Roberts, but didn't see either of those movies, so I'm gonna go with the one I did see in Ryan Gosling in Barbie.
Yes.
Would be awesome.
He's performing at the Oscars
Yes.
Really?
with like
His
50
song?
backup dancers as Ken. It's going to be like one of the biggest ones in history,
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
which is just so funny that he'll have to like be Ken in front of
Right,
all
right.
these like critically acclaimed.
And then go sit
People.
down and pretend that he's not Ken.
Yeah, like then just be Ryan Gosling
Right.
again.
Which is like, no, you're
That's
just Ken.
wild.
That's who you are.
Is he singing his song? The Ken song?
Yeah,
He's doing I'm just Ken, yeah.
because everyone who's nominated for best song has to perform. And he's nominated.
That's crazy.
That's what he signed up for.
That's amazing.
Joke's on him.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I also said Robert Downey Jr.
Nice.
He was getting a lot of hype.
I mean, he should have got it for Iron Man in Endgame. But glad to see, when he does a proper, serious movie, they actually recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did really good. Actress in a supporting role: Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Daniel Brooks in The Color Purple, Merida Ferreira in Barbie, Jodie Foster in Naiad, and Davine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. Kick us off again, Cam.
Oh, I'd love to. I'm going to go with Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer. Just a fan of Emily Blunt, and I'm sure she did a great job acting in this movie.
She did. You would be correct.
She's on the list for a reason.
She was all right.
All right.
Yeah, she was.
I'm going to go with Davine Joy Randolph from The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti, Davine Joy Randolph.
Amazing.
That was she was just great throughout it. Won the SAG, won the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
She seems to be locking in her Oscar there.
It seemed like she did well from
Yeah,
someone who didn't see it.
she did because I saw it.
Emily Blunt was definitely almost who I chose, but I'm gonna go with America Ferrera in Barbie.
Nice.
Gotta always have one unexpected win. And
Yeah.
people loved her monologue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Epic.
That would just be great for the Barbies of the world. You know,
Right.
one of them has to win.
Right.
True. I mean, Ryan Gosling already won. Just like the hearts
Yeah.
of the world. People's champ.
Do you think it's crazy? Like, what are your thoughts on Margot Robbie not being nominated? Because people were very upset about that for
That
Best
is
Actress.
kind of-
That is crazy.
To have everyone else nominated, but not Margot or the director.
Greta Gerwig, definitely a snub.
It's crazy.
I feel like Margot Robbie, you could argue that just the field was very good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a pretty
I'm
big
sure.
movie. I feel like it deserves it.
But I definitely agree on Greta Gerwig.
Yeah. Like, how is it? This
Like,
happened with Little
that,
Women,
like,
too.
Right. The aesthetic was absolutely nailed.
Yeah.
And, like, isn't that just what directing is?
Yeah.
Just nailing the aesthetic?
Yeah.
And, like, how is it Best Picture, but the director wasn't one of the best directors? They're the reason it's the Best Picture.
Right.
Her and Margot Robbie. So
Yeah.
doesn't seem right.
Okay, Best Picture. Here we go. It's a long list. American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest. I've seen 2, as we said.
Nice.
This
I've
is
seen just the
daunting.
one.
Just
The one that I'm gonna pick.
let it out.
It's gonna be Barbie. We were just talking about it, and out of all these, this was the one I watched. So,
And that's saying something.
That's,
yeah,
I mean,
I
right.
blockbuster of the summer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and a take on a beloved like child's toy
Mm-hmm.
now turned into a movie. Brilliantly done. All the, like we said, everybody's nominated in it except the 2 that aren't. But just it was great.
I'm gonna go with the Enheimer of the Barbenheimer duo there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Oppenheimer. It always has been, always will be. Friend of the show, Pat, has tried to convince me that it's Killers of the Flower Moon. It's not. It's Oppenheimer.
Did you see Oppenheimer in theaters?
Yes.
Did you see Barbie in theaters?
Yes, saw them on the same day.
Same day. Which
Yeah.
did you like better, like right out the gate?
I mean, Barbie was fun, but Oppenheimer is just,
That's your
it's
favorite.
gonna be a classic.
Yeah. All right.
I also said Oppenheimer, but I enjoyed Barbie more.
Nice.
Just want it on the record.
We saw Barbie second, and thank God, because I'm glad we ended on that.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well,
you know.
yeah, we'll see next week. We'll tally
We have
who got the most right.
we have some varying opinions kind of throughout.
We do,
so
yeah.
we're different enough that I think one of us will separate themselves.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe it'll be the guy that saw the most movies, but I don't know.
Or maybe Barbie will sweep.
Or maybe
Or
it's
maybe-
a Barbie sweep, and
I'm going in blind. You never know.
All right, yeah. So that was our Oscar prediction. We'll follow up next week.
yeah.
But for now, I have one looking ahead.
Love it.
Jared put together a list of like all the big releases coming out in the next few months. So that was super helpful. So I grabbed the one from March that we did not include in last week's March looking
I
ahead.
kind of slipped this in there.
Yeah.
It was
'Cause
right at the end.
The trailer I saw,
March 29th.
Shout out Lights Camera Pod for just posting all the trailers all the time. It was the first trailer was the one that dropped like this week,
Yeah.
and it's coming out like the end of this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
So really,
So it's A Gentleman in Moscow. And it's coming to Paramount on March 29th.
State your name.
Alexander Ilyich Rostov.
Occupation.
It's not the business of gentlemen to have occupations.
Your class is a threat against Russia. Therefore, it is the judgment of this committee that you be returned to the Metropole Hotel, where you will remain for the rest of your days.
For the last 4 years, I have been a prisoner in Suite 317 of the Metropole Hotel.
It has a window at least. Just about fit on this bed. Ah, G-sharp, I believe.
Times have changed since our glorious revolution. Most of my friends are dead. My house was seized and burned.
You must never leave. If you do, I'll be waiting.
Well, thank you. You have carried out your duties with the greatest courtesy available to you.
Hello.
Hello.
I like your mustache.
Oh, thank you. How are we going to survive these endless days stuck in this hotel? What do you want?
I have a key that opens every door. There are rooms behind rooms and doors behind doors.
In this hotel, everyone can be watched. It's a dangerous place, especially for you.
She's an actress.
Ah.
I've seen her films. They're not very good.
I'm afraid they're quite ill-behaved.
I always think behavior is a matter of handling.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Be very careful. You are still a prisoner here.
I won't betray who I am, and neither should you.
Everything in this new world comes at a cost.
We could disappear. We could start again.
This is still my country.
What's your dad?
I believe he's refusing to be beaten.
They can take away your house. They can take away everything. They can't take away who you are.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Always fun. You and McGregor
Yeah.
showing up and things.
Yeah,
I feel like
that
he plays a
looks
good, like, quirky
Yeah.
character. Like he's
Yeah,
kind of
he's so good.
good at it. Yeah.
He's just a silly little guy.
Yeah. I hadn't heard of this show until you put it on the list, but when I watched the trailer before this show, I was like, "Oh, this is very
course.
intriguing."
Right.
It's always like it's. I feel like it's gonna be funny that he's like teaming up with this like small child.
Right.
Like,
I mean, if anyone can get me to root for just like a former Russian oligarch, it's Ewan McGregor.
oh, is that what he was?
Yeah, because then
I
the
didn't-
communists took
that.
over and took away all his possessions.
Oh.
Is what I'm guessing is what that was. Yeah. You thought he was just like the president.
I just missed like all the context. I was like, okay, it's Ewan McGregor
in
and
a
he's trapped in a
hotel.
hotel.
very very whimsical.
Yeah. Very silly concept. I looked up. Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays the woman, and I was like, how do I know her? So first of all, she's in Scott Pilgrim, so
Oh,
that's
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
But she was also in Sky High.
Mm.
Did you guys watch that movie?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
Disney
the.
Channel, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky High. Yeah.
She
I've
was
seen it.
the like girlfriend turned villain in the end.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
No.
Sort of. I remember Danielle Panabaker
Yes.
was like the main
Yes.
friend of the main guy.
Yeah. This woman plays the new girl who comes in, steals the attention of the main guy, but she's secretly
as
the
old as
villain.
time.
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when your superhero high school has a new girl that just disrupts the...
Yep. The flow of everything.
Right.
Yep.
And I think it was like she turned out to be like she was like really old. But she actually wasn't like a high school. It was like a weird twist where she was like
Interesting.
a
Undercover.
very known villain for like a long time. And
Gotta watch
was like-
watch Sky High again. I
was like,
forget
yeah.
all of this.
incredible movie. That's winning Best Picture next year.
Yeah. Bring it back.
Okay, I had another thing that we are not watching the trailer for because it's ridiculous, but I had to bring it up. Do you guys know what fan fiction is, first of all? Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
So it's like, it's exactly what it sounds like. Like fans of a show or a book or whatever will write like stories involving those characters. And sometimes it can be normal and sometimes it can be really weird. So One Direction, when that was popular, there was a lot of fan fiction about One Direction. Really popular ones that have been made into real books and into movies. So like there was
the like boy band.
yes. So
There
Harry
was
Styles, people
stories
would write a
about
lot of fan fiction about Harry Styles and
Like
like put
the-
themselves in the story
Yeah.
sometimes.
basically a lot of romance
Yeah.
type novels and stuff.
Wow, I didn't know that people did this like outside of like if you like had a Marvel story and you're like, oh, I'm gonna write like this story for this Marvel character.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's-
people use
No, no,
real
people use
humans.
real.
So we're just taking
people.
real humans and putting their
Yeah.
lives. In,
So
okay, so
have you
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
been
that's
scrolling?
how rumors start.
Right.
Yeah. So have you ever been like on Netflix and seen this movie called After that pops up sometimes?
No.
There's 4 of them now. That is a story based on a fan fiction that was about Harry Styles, and they don't change what the character like you can tell it's about Harry Styles, and it's really awkward, and like he has said in real life that it makes him uncomfortable, obviously.
Yeah,
There's
fair.
another
That's fair.
movie coming out called The Idea of You that's about a mother who takes her daughter to a
One Direction
boy
concert.
well, it's like just a boy band
Right.
concert, and meets the lead singer and starts dating him. Anne Hathaway plays the mother.
Wow.
And it's like a 27-year-old actor who plays like Harry Styles, but he's supposed to be like 24, and the character's supposed to be like late 30s, and they start dating.
Wait,
and it's
Anne Hathaway's?
is in this upcoming movie.
No, but she's. You said a mother and a daughter go to a concert?
She's the mother.
Yes, she's the
and
mother.
the mother
And the mother
dates?
Starts dating.
Not the
Harry
the
Styles, not the
daughter's
daughter.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like an age gap thing, which is
Yeah.
already kind of like,
Right.
and it's supposed to be like Harry Styles. So this
And Anne
new
Hathaway.
movie coming out is based on Harry Styles,
And Anne
just on a
Hathaway.
fan fiction.
Right.
Yeah. So
Who's picking up these fan fiction stories and running with them?
this is Amazon Prime is making this one.
Wow.
It's a
So
weird
Jeff
thing
Bezos
to do.
himself.
It's a weird thing to do.
Yeah, but the first big movie franchise after was made by Wattpad Studios, and Wattpad is the website that people publish the fan fiction on.
Ah.
So
Funded this.
yes.
Also famously, 50 Shades of Grey was originally a Twilight fan fiction.
Yep.
Wow. I did not know that.
It was 50 Shades,
The
but like
book?
swap
Like-
in Edward and Bella's names,
Yeah.
basically. And then she wanted to make it a book and said, "Oh, let's change the names."
Right.
I'm not like super well versed, but isn't that kind of a hard turn from vampires and
Yeah. Well, that's the fiction part.
Listen,
The fiction gives you some creative.
so you just
liberties
wrote a story, then you're like
about these characters.
you were
yeah.
inspired by a movie, and then now you're writing a story
Yeah.
by it. I guess.
Just like in your head, we were like, what if these two characters did this?
yes. And like with the Harry Styles, it's especially like
But you could just be like, what if
Girls.
it's just these two characters that aren't those two characters, right? Like,
Yeah, that's why you just swap the names and call it a whole new thing.
yeah.
But what inspires them is, wow, I'd really love to date Harry Styles. I'm going to write a story about me dating Harry Styles. Oh, people like it. I'll just change the names.
Yeah.
And now I'm an author.
And now I can't get sued.
Right.
Wow. People are weird.
It's just
So,
a boy band.
yeah. Crazy. The trailer made me so uncomfortable.
Right.
I debated having us watch it together, but I'd rather not.
I don't think this movie isn't really on my radar.
Yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, for any aspiring writers out there, if you're thinking, no one will like my idea, this won't ever get made into a movie. If movies like this can be made,
Right. Or just start
Anything can
yours out
happen.
as a
Isn't,
fan fiction. Generate traction that way.
that's true.
Marvel's like, what if a fan fiction thing? Remember that?
I think it's like, it could partially be inspired by like fan theories, sort of.
Okay. That's what I thought fan fiction was.
So it's, like,
but
similar.
Apparently it's a lot
But
broader.
no, fan fiction is fans, like, not the studios.
Yeah.
Writing
That makes
stuff.
sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you learned something new.
You know.
This is just like the Twitch streaming. Like, this is a
Right.
whole
What?
world.
What are you people
That's-
doing?
Yeah, you think you've been on the internet.
Yeah.
Tip of the iceberg.
Right.
Any show or movie or book or video game that you can think of, there's fan fiction about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And most of it is probably freaky. It's just a
Yeah.
fact.
Just a fact.
Yeah.
All right.
So
yeah.
I wanted to end on that note.
Yeah, that's. When does that come out?
I didn't even
Does it
write down
say?
the date. It was
Oh.
like April,
No.
middle of April. On Amazon Prime, we have no reason not to watch it.
That's true. I
Free.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
I'll watch it and I'll report
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in late April and let you guys know how it is.
Right.
Sounds good.
All right, yeah. So next episode we'll talk about the Oscar results, see which one of us won.
Down, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling it's Cam. But yeah, we'll see you next time on Stream It.
Boom.
That was a silly episode.